Okay, it is morning. It is day 3 of phase 2 of the Happenstance Journal Project. It is also day 3 of spring break. So yeah, I'm actually making these first thing in the morning the day before, so it's actually day 2 of spring break. Hang on, I gotta get a drink of coffee. Because I wasn't kidding. Just woke up. Alright, kittens have breakfast and treats. They'll be fun. So, what are we doing today? Well, let's do a little recap. So, yes, day 3. Alright, little recap. So, day 1, we made this collage master board, and then I cut it down. But I think I cut it down off camera on day 1. And then the day 1 video 1. Day 1 video 2, we went in and made it our own, right? Right. Day 3, we did day 2, we did the fake collage masterboard. And I cut it down on video in this one because that video was so long. I thought, why not include it? So if you want to see how to make a masterboard, that's the first video of Happenstance Journal Phase 2, Day 1. If you want to see how to cut down your masterboard, that is in the big middle. Sorry, it's the best I can do of Day 2 of Phase 2. Alright, so we made these red ones, and the color that day obviously was red. That's yesterday. Today's color is blue. Okay, so I have skipped making the collage because you saw that in the first video. I have skipped cutting down the collage because you saw that or can see that in today's video, which is actually yesterday's video for when you're watching this. Alright, so what are we going to do with today's collage? Well, when I was making these red ones, when I was finishing them up, I was just overwhelmingly struck by how much they reminded me of Boro. All right, if you don't know what Boro is, it is the Japanese art of clothes mending. So, I have this book because I do love Boro. And it started out because people were poor, right? They were poor. And they couldn't afford to just replace their clothing. So they would just patch them over and over. But of course, they wanted them to be pretty. So they would patch them with these beautiful stitches to enhance the garment through the patches. So I'm trying to find an example of a finished piece so you can see what I'm talking about. Because I'm sure there's one in here. But I loved the here we go. I loved the stitching patterns that they did. So that's what I have it for. So at the front of this book, it has the stitching patterns. So I thought, oh, those are great doodle patterns. And I do some of them already anyway. We all do. We all do the short dashes in a line. We all do the offset dashes. We all do the little plus signs. We all do, they call them boxes. I just consider them not quite round circles. But we all do some of these. So I thought, this would be great. So when I was looking at the red ones yesterday, I thought, man, when I put it on the blue, because denim, when I put it on the blue, it is really going to look like Boro. And so I thought, let's just play that up. So all I have got today is a giant cup of coffee, some black ink, some white ink, an extra white ink because that one's almost empty, and a gold ink. These are Liquitex acrylic inks. This is Dr. P.H. Martin's Black Star Matte India ink. Then I have some paint pens, which I don't know that I'll use the inks, but I grabbed them. I have my gigantic Montana marker. This thing comes empty. You fill it. So I have mine filled with black at least partially. I've been working on it a while. It's probably almost empty. Then I've got my my Dilutions markers. I've got my dot marker, which is a Zig Clean Color Dot metallic marker. And then I've got 2 Posca pens, a black and a white. I I can't find the rest of my Posca. Y'all know I'm redoing the art studio, right? So I can't find the rest of my Posca pens. I have a skinny white one and a fat black one. I can't find them. They're probably in a box because I started packing up the stuff before I realized I needed to move enough supplies to do this back here to the back bedroom. So they're probably in a box. But this is what we have, so this is what we're going to use. All right. And we're going to try and turn these into, well, this. All right. So I'm going to just set my book here on the corner for reference in case I need some pattern ideas, but I probably won't. And from this point on, I'm going to fast forward and no sound. I really wanted to put in my headphones so that I could listen to my music, but my meditation music is on the phone, and I'm recording on the phone, so oh well. All right, let's get to work. And we're not even 30 seconds in, and I forgot something. I do want to edge my pieces so that they look complete, framed, finished, blah, blah, blah. So I'm grabbing my ink pad for that. I probably could have done that without telling y'all, and y'all would have known exactly what it was and what I was doing because I do it so much. But just in case, I did do a TikTok for yesterday's project, and I posted it along with the project. So if we have new people that are watching for the first time, welcome, welcome. If you've been in the group but you're just now joining in, because I know some of you said you haven't started yet, be sure to post yours. I want to see. Everybody's been really shy about posting. All right, there we go. In Boro, I will say, I think they generally use just white stitches because they use bright fabrics. I'm going to use black and white because some of these are dark, some of these are really light. So I think that's pretty obvious by the fact that I grabbed all these pins. But, all right, back to work, or finally to work. Alright, I may have just murdered this pen because I accidentally pulled out the nib. Yeah, I think I've murdered it. I think I murdered it. Alright, we'll have to do it with this bigger one. I really need a small one, but I don't want to use a gel pen because it's not permanent. It will just come off. So, here we go. All right, so there's one done. I love it. Okay, does it actually look like Boro? Not really. For one thing, I do think that the single color has more impact than the two. But some of my papers were way too light for white and way too dark for black to really pop off of them. So, if you haven't started and you're going to do this, what I would suggest is maybe pick all lighter shades of blue or all darker shades of blue, so that you can do your pen work in one color, because I do think that would make a huge difference. The next one, I may try doing it all in black. Let's see. Yeah, like this one, I might try doing it all in black. I think the black would still show up. It wouldn't have the same pop as white. I have paint on my arms already, y'all. But I don't think it'd have the same pop as white. And then maybe this one all in white. It probably won't pop off that, but I'll try that. But we're not going to do that right now because, yeah, I've got other things to do today, and that is your video for today. So, that's why I broke them down into smaller ones, because an hour for yesterday's is just too long. So I thought if I break these down, then I can come sit down with my cup of coffee and my earbuds or my green tea or whatever I have later in the day, take a break, do one page at a time. Before I upload this, I will do as many as I get done today. I'm not going to say I'll get all 4 of them done today, because today is my sorting of the little things. So I'm going to be touching everything I own in the art studio today, and that's a lot of stuff. So I hope you do it. I hope you like it. Tell me, if you haven't checked out Boro, check it out. It's Boro and, oh y'all, Sashiko would be my best guess. Y'all do not speak Japanese, although I do love a lot of things out of the Japanese culture. And I do love, taking an art that has been around forever and incorporating it into art journaling. I think that's just a great way to pay an homage to other art forms. So if you don't, if you embroidery, draw embroidery stitches on here. There are some absolutely gorgeous embroidery stitches. I do not embroider, but if you do that. If you do patchwork quilting, consider it like a patchwork quilt. It's the exact same thing. It's just that Boro has this intentional patchworkness that I just really felt like these pages had, this intentional patchworkness. And I thought the stitching patterns that they use would just really play that up. So, like I said, if I get any more done today, I will put stills on the back of the finished ones. Otherwise, you'll have a great Wednesday. Bye. Okay, so all finished, and I'll give each one their moment in the sun. I did 3 of the 4. Okay, so here's the first one we did together, and it's got the black and the white, and I really, really love it. It is not traditional in that it does have the black and the white mixed, and there's generally, from my looking, only have white stitches, right? And definitely don't have 2 different colors of stitches, but I don't see why you couldn't. So anyway, that's the first one. I think it's my favorite, because I've got the light on the dark on the light, and everybody pops. And where things hit each other, like right here, there's no confusion on the stitch because one's black and one's white. Same thing here. There's no confusion on what's there. It's very clear where things meet, what marks are what marks, because of the different colors. So I do love the black and the white. All right, even though it's non-traditional. Okay, so then I did the traditional all white. Now, I will say, it is beautiful and I do like it, but I wish I had not killed, murdered my, where is it? My small white pen. I murdered it because the tip of this, I think, is just too big to get some really good marks. You tell me what you think, though. But I feel like I really do like the smaller marks than the bigger marks, but I accidentally killed this pen. So, but it's beautiful, and I don't mind the light on light, and the light on light. I will say I did more of the crossing over pieces like they did. If you look at my book cover, you know, here's a purple and a blue, and they take their similar stitches right across both. Here's a blue, a brown, a blue, a red, and they take these, oh, and another red, and they take the stitches right across them all. This one they're going across, looks like at least 3 different colors. At least 3 different colors there. So I did kind of take that more into this one and cross more colors. And I think that helped with the seeing the marks. But I do think my pen was too big. And I like where they hit different marks. I think there is a little confusion of what the marks are. A little. Not horrible, but a little. So I don't love it as much, but it is way more of a traditional look. Alright. Then I did all black. Okay, I will say I love the smaller pen. Love, love, love the smaller pen. I have smaller Poscas in the white. I just don't know where it is right now. It's, you know, you have to remember the rest of my, everything that's not on this desk is currently boxed up because I'm rearranging my studio. So I started packing everything up into boxes. So I do have a small white one like this, but I can't lay hands on it until I finish redoing my art studio. But I do like the black, and I don't mind so much all black because it does show up well even on the darks. These two, I would say, are the two you see the least. These, the black is still fine. But this handmade, and by the way, this is handmade Japanese paper. This and this. So, and this is handmade Japanese paper. But anyway, those, what do you call that paper? Hang on, I might actually have the name of it for you. Okay, no, I thought it was right there, but it's not. Okay, anyway, so, oh, no, that's not it. I guess there's not any of the other on this one. So anyway, I do have a light, I'll just pull over here. This is also a handmade Japanese paper right here. Anyway, I do have the dark. I like it. I definitely like the smaller tip. So you tell me, because I haven't done this one. So you tell me, should I do this one all black, all white, or the mixture? Which are you voting for? All black, all white, or the mixture? I will tell you right off, my vote is probably for the mixture, but once I find the small pen. Although I will say I don't mind the larger pen nib when I'm mixing them both because it just helps differentiate the marks even more. But I think what I would like is to have two, a small black, well, let me do it this way. These two sizes in these two colors so that I had 4 pens. That's probably the easiest way to say that. So anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know if you try this Share pictures. I want to see. And then at some point I will do this last one. And again, I love, love, love this background. Somebody's already mentioned how much they love the red background and how hard it would be to cover it up. And I did touch on this in the last one. Yeah, when you really love a background, it can be hard, but I've already got an idea for that. I do. So you'll have to wait till we get to phase 3 and making the pages. I need to write my ideas down so I don't forget. But I do have an idea for it. But in 3 days, y'all, in 3 days, we already have that many backgrounds. And I gotta say, I'm loving them. All right. So, tomorrow's colors I'll go in and tell you are black and white. So, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, y'all.